Do you ever scroll on TikTok and come across one of those aesthetically pleasing lifestyle mini vlogs? You know the ones I'm talking about. And you just think, damn, that is so calm. Their life is so aesthetically pleasing. It's so peaceful. They must be living the dream life. Why is my life so boring? We live in such a world that is encouraging us to stay up to date with everybody's lives but our own. If you find your life to be missing something, boring, or you just want to adapt something new to make your life just that little bit more exciting, then keep on watching. Hey guys, what's up? My name is Enquires. I'm a full-time content creator and a mom. I hope you guys are doing well. Welcome to my channel. For today's video, I was compelled to make this. I was just sat this morning thinking about what videos I was going to make this week for you guys because I'm trying to be more consistent on YouTube. And I was just on TikTok and I just saw those same repetitive, aesthetically pleasing videos of, you know, like the 0.5 clips of everyone showing their morning routine or showing what they done today or day in a life, like those type of videos. And there's nothing wrong with those type of videos, but I just thought my life is so boring compared to that. I'm a mother full time. I have to raise a child. Like compared to that, my life is so boring. I really just thought, like, being a content creator, being someone who creates content for a living, I never stop thinking about video ideas. I never stop thinking about content ideas. I'm always on social media just to see what's trending, to see what other people's doing, to get inspiration. And there's nothing wrong with that, but I do find myself comparing myself an awful lot, especially as I'm a full-time mum. I've got an 18-month-old who is attached to me by the hip. I barely get a chance to take a shower, to even go to the bathroom without her being at my toes. And whilst I love it, I find myself, like I said, comparing myself to people who are working a normal job or doing something that is so far off from what I do. And I find myself just sat there like my life is so boring compared to theirs. So this video is just going to be sharing with you guys some tips that I have implicated in my life. Make it a little less boring, to make it a bit more exciting, and just to enjoy my life a bit more, because as I said, we live in such a fast-paced world. We're always told to go, go, go. We're never told to stop and actually look at our lives and appreciate our lives and stop comparing our lives to someone we follow on the internet. So the first tip I have for you guys is learning to live your life, not somebody else's life, your life. So I want you to take a step back and to actually analyze your life. What do you do on a day-to-day basis? Are you a student? Do you work full-time? Are you a full-time mom like me? Do you do content creation? Or do you just stay at home? Are you currently unemployed? Like, look at your life, look at what your day-to-day life surrounds, and try and find aspects of it that you enjoy and find aspects of it that you want to change or adapt. And the thing with this step, learning to live your life, is like I said in this intro, we are always on our phones. 90% of you that is watching this video are always on your phone, whether that is in your break time, in your lunch break, on your phone 24/7 like me. I find it hard to differentiate my job and having fun and just browsing on the internet. With that, with browsing comes stalking, comes implicating, comes judgment, comes second guessing. We always compare ourselves to the next person. It's a habit that we should break out of because it's not healthy. And if you are comparing your life to somebody else's, you're going to hate your life. You're going to think your life is so mundane and so boring that you just don't want to do anything in your life. You don't want to wake up. You don't want to go to college. You don't want to go to school. You don't want to go to work. So you're just going to be sat comparing, complaining 24/7. And that's not the way to go about your life. So look at aspects of your life that you want to change. Look at aspects of your life that you enjoy and that you want to continue, and things that you want to improve on. The second thing is not being present. Not being in the moment. I know a lot of people say this, be in the moment, live in the moment. I know, but realistically is one of the things that I lack till this day. I know for me, and I know for a lot of you guys out there as well, a lot of our day-to-day and a lot of our personality and our hobbies and our likes and dislikes come from things on the internet, comes from things we see or people that we follow on the internet, on social media. I find myself going on my phone for no reason. Genuinely, because I work from home, because I'm also a stay-at-home mum, I'm on my sofa on my laptop, sometimes just staring at my emails. Why? I just sent the email to the person. They're not going to reply in 2 seconds, so I can close my laptop and go do something more productive with my life. Instead, I find myself just sat staring at my emails or just on my phone for no reason. I will literally stare at my notifications for no reason. Like, my notifications are always going to be there. They're going to be there throughout the day until I choose to delete them, or until my phone decides this is too much, you need to delete them. There's no reason behind it. I go on my phone not to reply to a text, not to answer a phone call, not to send someone a text message or to look for inspiration or anything like that, I just go on my phone for the sake of going on my phone because it is there. And that is such a bad habit that all of us have, I know. And if you are one of the few people who do not have this habit, who have screen time and who limit the amount of time you go on your phone, then congratulations to you. This video is not for you because you are doing amazing. For those of you that is like me, that just go on your phone for no reason, look at things in your life that you can add to, that you can bring value to. For me, as a mum, like I said, I find myself just looking at my emails, and my daughter will be on the floor right in front of me playing blocks or watching TV or drawing or reading a book to herself, and I'm sat there and it's like I will just wake up. I will wake up and be like, Jess, read your daughter a book, go and play with her on the floor, go and draw with her, go and teach her something. You know, she could be learning something, but she's not because I'm sat on my phone for no reason. And it could be the same for you. If you find yourself just in your lunch break, you know, you're taking your lunch break from work, you're just sat at your desk eating your lunch, what do? You decide to go on your phone. Instead of talking to your colleague, you don't have to. I know people don't always like their colleagues, but you could either talk to your colleague, go for a walk, sit at a cafe, people watch. People watching is my favorite thing to do. I do not want this to sound stalkerish or crazy. I promise I'm not a stalker or crazy. I love cafe hopping. I love people watching. It's one of my favorite things to do. Well, I don't do it anymore with a child. I just simply can't sit and enjoy peace. We'd actually be present with our lives. We wouldn't just look at our phones and try and find something on our phones to enjoy, because I feel like that's all a lot of us do. We will go on our phones and try and find something to look at, when in fact the only purpose and the only reason you should be on your phone is A, if your day is done, you're done your work, you can relax, or B, to actually do something, to reply to an email, to watch a video, to play a game, to call someone, to text someone, to FaceTime someone, not to find something to do. There's so many other things you could be doing that could benefit your life. And I feel like that's why a lot of us think our life is so boring and find our life so boring, because we're living our life through our mobile phones. So one of the many things that I've implicated in my life that I've also talked to friends about to make your life just a little less boring, a little more exciting, is picking up hobbies. And I know this is really, you know, like we all know this, pick up a hobby, it'll make your life more interesting or make your life more, you know, spruce up a little bit. But genuinely picking up a new hobby, picking up a new skill, it can literally be anything that A, you enjoy, or B, you're just interested in. For me, for example, when I was in college, I think when I was around 17 years old, I went to a seminar talking about Google and Google ads and marketing and all of that. Is it interesting to me? Not in the slightest. Is it a part of my job? Yes. When I have my jewelry business, is it a part of that? Yes. But is it an actual interest of mine that I can sit and learn about for weeks and weeks on end? No. Not in the slightest. I saw it in my college. They were advertising seminars and webinars for us to go to in our spare time. A lot of my friends were not interested in that. They were interested in so many other different things that I was not interested in. So I said, you know what? I wasn't working that weekend. So I was like, okay, sure. So I went to it and it was actually really interesting, and it has really helped me. 17 to 20, I'm 21 this year. It's really helped me in my job, being on social media. I've learned a lot about Google ads. I've learned a lot about marketing and social media and everything like that. So pick up a hobby that you are interested in, but you wouldn't particularly do if it wasn't for this video, basically. It can be literally anything. I know Pilates is a hot topic right now. Everyone's getting into Pilates. I don't know if it's for me. I would love to be that girl, but I'm not. I would love to, but I'm really not. So maybe pick up Pilates, do a yoga class. It doesn't have to be going into somewhere. You can literally do it at home from the comfort of your sofa or from your yoga mat, from your television. You can be doing, I don't know, latte art, wine tasting. It can be bike riding, watching a film. That's what makes us think our lives are boring, is when we do the same things, when we have the same routine. It just feels so mundane, and we're just like, what's new? Like, you wake up every morning at the same time, you go to the same place, you eat the same food, you have the same schedule, you come home, you sleep, and you do the same thing over and over again for years. So why not make it up to yourself to introduce something new into your life, make your life that little bit extra more interesting, more fun, not so boring. Okay, so the next step as to why you think your life is so boring is because you don't get out enough. This is a dig at myself. Definitely, I'm talking to myself when I say this. As a parent, if you are a parent out there, then you feel me on this one. I mean, not even as a parent. I feel like since the pandemic, because I got pregnant in the peak of the pandemic, March 2020, I just finished my first year of university, came home for lockdown, pregnant. Ever since then, before going into the pandemic, I was one of the most confident people I knew, and not to sound cocky, not to sound big-headed, but genuinely, I don't know how I was that confident at 19, at 18, at 17. I have no idea how I could literally go into any place by myself. I didn't have to be with friends. I could just talk to people. people. I would literally go up to a group of people, sit down with them, chat with them, be friends with them. You know, like I could literally spark up a conversation with anyone. I could talk to anyone. I could do anything. Like I was just so confident at that age. And I don't know how I did it, because now, fast forward 2 years later, I've got an 18-month-old. I live, breathe, exude. I'm trapped within my home. Like genuinely, the only time I leave my home is for essentials, to do grocery shopping, and even then I prefer to do it online. I prefer to get it delivered, or even when I have to go outside, because my daughter, she needs fresh air. She needs to go to the park. She needs to stretch her legs and run, because she's a toddler and she can't be trapped inside. She needs human interaction other than me. Those are the few times I find myself outside of my own house. Other than that, I'm not going anywhere, because I'm not a people person these days. And I feel like that's the same for a lot of people. Because of the pandemic, it's just made extroverts into introverts and introverts into more introverted. Like I feel like it's really affected so many people. So if you are one of those people, I feel you. It's completely fine. I have gone from being an extroverted extrovert to having social anxiety. The next reason is going to trigger some people, and I'm not looking forward to it. If it does offend people, if it does offend you, then you are affected by this and you're guilty. One of the reasons why you may think your life is so boring, or you may think your life is just not as exciting as other people's, is because guess what? You are feeding into the trends on TikTok, on Pinterest, on YouTube, on Instagram, such as the that girl trend, the clean girl aesthetic, black girl luxury. And that's why you're comparing yourself. That's why you think your life is so boring, because you are living your life through other people's. That's just not the way it should be. It's the same thing with watching a film. When you watch a film that is really inspiring, that makes you want to change your life, for example, Sex and the City, Clueless, those type of films, Mamma Mia, you will walk away from the film wanting to transform your whole life, wanting to change something in your life. It doesn't have to be your whole life, but you would want to adapt things that you've seen in the movie into your everyday life. Nice to, you know, look at something someone else is doing and appreciate it, but trying to adapt it and make it into our lives and make it so 100% this is how it's supposed to be, this is how it's meant to be, this is how I want it to be, is not realistic. When we see aesthetics on TikTok like the that girl aesthetic, clean girl aesthetic, black girl luxury, there's so many I can name. We see those clips of people living their life and putting themselves in that aesthetic. There's nothing wrong with this aesthetic, or those aesthetics, by the way. I'm not hating on the people who claim to be a part of it, especially black girl luxury. I love that there's a space for us and to normalize black girls being luxurious, because it's been so long where black women have been seen as ghetto and all things related to that. So I'm really happy that we have a space for us to be luxurious and to be looked at as something other than what we've been called in the past. But I will say that it is one of those things, not just black girl luxury, all of the aesthetics. It is one of those things where you would look at it. Me, for example, you will be scrolling and you will just see those videos, or you type it in on TikTok and you will see the same clips, the same nicely edited, nicely cut videos of people just living their lives, like their lives, as in their morning routine, their nighttime routine, their day in a life, not your day in a life. And sometimes what I've seen is people walk away from those videos and be like, oh, my life is so boring. Damn, wish it was me. Or like even the comment sections, it's just like, oh, wish my life was like that, can't relate, not my vibe, like. And that's completely fine, because not everyone's life is an aesthetic. It's just an aesthetic. It's not reality at all. It's just something to be visually pleasing to the eye. That's all it is. It's the same thing with idolizing people, as in idolizing someone and trying to duplicate them, trying to be them, trying to implicate aspects of their life, or every aspect of their life, and try and add it to your own. Matilda Jeff. Am I saying that right? I hope I am. If I'm not, I'm sorry, let me know. We know who she is. Gorgeous, amazing. I love her hair. I love her style. She gives me like she gives me all the vibes, and I love her. Nothing against her in the slightest. It is just recent months, I remember she blew up on TikTok. I remember seeing her everywhere, and I'm so happy for her because she has a clothing brand and I love it. But I just remember seeing her blow up and all of a sudden duplicates. People literally copying her aesthetic, her vibe, her to the T, her hairstyle, her outfits, the way she spoke, the way she edited her videos, the way she lives her life, how she used to hold those big flowers and carry them around because that's just what she did. Next thing you know, everyone's doing it. Nothing wrong with finding inspiration from someone, nothing wrong with getting inspiration from someone or trying to implicate something from someone else's life into your own. Nothing wrong with that. But it is a problem when you literally try and become the person, and when you try and ignore your life and try and think, no, that this isn't my life. I'm not a student. I own a business. My hair hair is bouncy and blonde, you know, I wear blazers all the time, when that's not you. And like I said, find inspiration, get inspiration, that's completely fine. But when you try and idolize someone so much to the point where you want to become them, that's why you think your life is so boring, because you're trying to be someone else, you're trying to have someone else's life. And it's just, that's just not how it's supposed to be, people. Like, it's just not how it's supposed to be. And I don't want this to sound like a dig, but like, we are individuals. Each and every single one of us who is watching this video, each and every single one of us that live on this earth, who are on social media, has our own social media accounts, who has, like, guys, think about it. There are thousands of homes, thousands of hundreds of thousands, millions of homes out there in the world, and there's an individual living in it, there's a family living there, there's a couple living there, there's a person living there who is all different, who has different backgrounds, a different story to tell, a different identity, a different aesthetic, a different vibe, a different look, yet we want to be someone else. Like, think about it like that. So if you do find yourself looking at someone or following someone and trying to subconsciously becoming them, or trying to become them in one way or another, this is for you. You need to learn to be an individual as in you, not an individual as in them, because you're not them. If you were them, you wouldn't be you. Yeah. And it's just nice to see when, for example, I'll be following someone and I know them for something in particular. For example, this one girl I follow, I forgot her name, but this one girl I follow, she lives in Denmark, I believe, and she always goes to the same cafe every single morning for a coffee, and she always takes a picture outside of that cafe but in a different outfit. And that's one thing I love, because whenever I see her name pop up or her username, I would always expect it, because that's just what she does, that's what she's known for. And it's the same thing with other people that I follow. Certain people I follow have the same hairstyle, or a specific outfit that they wear, or a specific item that they wear, or sunglasses, or their hair's a certain color that's like statement to them. I just love seeing individuals being an individual. I enjoy seeing people being themselves and being who they are, not being a duplicate of somebody else. And that, I think I mentioned this in previous videos where I talked about becoming a content creator. If you are wanting to be a content creator, videos are linked in the information above. But it's the same thing with that. Too many content creators are just duplicates of each other, and I love more and more people becoming content creators. I love seeing more and more people become into this space. It's amazing. But like, I feel like if you want to be a content creator, you have to be different. There's no way you're going to make it if you're just copying someone else. I mean, you can, it's been done, it's possible, but like, too many people are just wanting to be someone else when we really and truly should be enjoying ourselves and our lives and our own company. And the final step to make your life just that extra bit more special is romanticizing your life. And I feel like this contradicts to what I was saying previously about, you know, not wanting to be someone else and not wanting to copy someone else's lifestyle, but romanticizing your life is the best thing you can do. Ever since I started romanticizing my life and just thinking as if I am the main character in my own film, which I am. Like, you know when people say, it's just a side note, when people say the world doesn't revolve around you, it does. It really does. Is that the Leo in me? I don't know, but like, it does. The world revolves around you. Your world revolves around you. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Anyway, so yeah, like I mentioned, as a mother, I catch myself just being on my laptop for no reason, when in fact I can be on the floor chatting with my daughter, reading her a book, telling her a story, just talking to her, because she's at an age where she just likes to chat about nothing, even though it doesn't make any sense. She just likes to talk. So I've started to do that more. I've started just to close my laptop when I don't get an email, or when I don't need to actually do something, edit a video, upload something, answer an email. I'll close my laptop, I'll put my phone to the side, I'll sit on the floor with her and just interact with her and be present in my life. Because I mean, as a parent, it's important, because I don't want her to grow up and feel like my mom was never there. My mom was so disconnected, she was so into work. I do not want, that's the last thing I want. If she ever grows up and says that, I'll be actually heartbroken. I get so caught up in being online because I'm a content creator, but I get so caught up in being online, catching up with other people's lives, that I just forget to exist sometimes. I forget to just enjoy my life. I forget to look at my home that I've built. Not built myself, but you know, I forget to just look at my environment, look at my TV, look at my frames, look at my pampas, look at my laptop, my microphone, look at my channel. Like I forget to just enjoy my life and to look at the beautiful things in my life, like my daughter that I've created myself. I really take it into account nowadays, especially in this day and age. Like, everything is so crazy these days, especially on social media. Like, I feel like it's just moving at the speed of light at this point, but I really take it into account these days just to look at my life and to enjoy it, because there's so many worse things that could be happening. There's so much worse things that's going on in the world that I just remember I need to be thankful. I need to remember that I'm blessed indeed to be breathing, to be healthy, to be happy. And yes, my life can be boring. Yes, your life can be boring. It can be mundane. It can be repetitive and samey. But there are things that you can do to make it more exciting. Like I've mentioned in this video, there are so many things that you can do to change your lifestyle, to change your routine. Because when we put ourselves in a routine for so long, we're just going and going and going. We get so burnt out that we don't even notice that we need a change. It will get to the point where you're just burnt out, to the point where you're just like, wait, what's going on? What am I doing? And then you'll have a breakdown. You don't want to get to that point. So really take into account the steps that I've mentioned in this video to try and make your life just that extra more exciting, just that little bit less boring. And life will be boring sometimes. There's nothing wrong with your life being boring and with your life being mundane. That's just life. Like, we're not all Kylie Jenner, we're not all Kim Kardashian, we're not all Matilda Jerf, like we're not all doing fun, amazing things. And even then, those people that we idolize so much are living a mundane life too. There will be points where, just think about it, they'll be on their sofa. They'll just be on their sofa, chilling, existing. They're not always on red carpets and taking photo shoots and doing this and doing that. You need to remember they're just people too, and not to compare yourself to them, and not to try and implicate things into your life that they do just because they're a celebrity. It's just, let's just drop that. That I really would love if people would stop doing that. And that is all for this video. I really hope you guys have enjoyed it. This video, as I said, I needed to make it because A, I'm making it for myself to watch back in the future, and B, I feel like just so many people need to hear this right now, especially in this world that we're living in. It's just mad and it's just crazy, and we just need to enjoy our own lives. We need to stop comparing ourselves to so many people and to stop trying to become someone else, because it's just not gonna happen. It's just, no matter how much you try, it's just not gonna happen. So like I said, I really hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, then give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe if you like my channel, and check out my recent videos. They'll be on the end slates in a couple of seconds. And don't forget to stay happy, stay safe, stay inspired, and I'll see you guys in another video. Bye.